Higit magkakaibigan ang pakiramdam ko sa'yo. Nalaman mo sana na kahit nawala pang tayo ay nasasaktan na tayo. Hindi ko na maintindihan. Alam ko namang di ko to dapat maramdaman. Dahil di mo di naman kayang suklian ang pagmamahal ko.
The man here is 47-year-old Boh Soon Ho, a Malaysian national who was convicted of murder after the body of 28-year-old Zhang Hua Xiang was found in his bedroom. This is the house at Circuit Road where the murder took place, and this is him getting arrested. The pair met in 2011 while working as part-time food servers at Marina Bay Sands. Mr. Boh had considered her as his girlfriend, as they had went out several times before and he would always pay for her food and shopping. However, they were never intimate, and Mr. Boh had never formally asked her to be his girlfriend. In fact, there was one occasion where Mr. Boh had asked her to marry him, to which she remained silent and did not give an answer. After some time, Mr. Boh noticed that Zhang was pulling away and avoiding him. This is when he decided to spy on her. In 2016, on the 18th of March, Mr. Boh waited at the void deck of Miss Zhang's flat and saw her getting into a taxi with another man. He became extremely jealous and wanted to confront her. A few days later, on the 21st of March, he invited her to come to his place for lunch. After lunch, he tried to have sex with her, but she rejected his advances, saying, "Crazy, go away," in Mandarin. 10 minutes later, he forced himself on her again, putting an arm lock around her neck and grabbed her chest. But Miss Zhang put up a fierce struggle and managed to break free from him. Mr. Boh became increasingly frustrated and confronted her about the man he saw her with. She told him that the both of them had already gone out several times and had done many other things besides kissing. On hearing this, Mr. Boh became furious. He took a bath towel, looped it around her neck, and pulled until there was no sign of life. Now that she could no longer resist him, Mr. Boh felt that he could do whatever he wished. He carried her body to his bed, took off her clothes, and took many photos with his phone. He then licked her corpse with his tongue and tried to have sex with the body. However, according to news reports, he could not sustain an erection. Mr. Boh knew he needed to escape and decided to flee to Malaysia. He texted his landlord, saying that he would be vacating the bedroom within the next few days. He then packed his clothes before spending the night sleeping beside her body. The very next morning, he kissed her on the forehead and told her to rest in peace. He then entered Malaysia through the Woodlands checkpoint and took a taxi to his younger sister's home in Malacca. That same evening, his landlord, Mr. Chai Yong Seong, entered the apartment to check on it and noticed that the lights and air conditioner was still turned on in Mr. Boh's room. When he opened the door, he saw someone lying on the bed, covered under the blanket, and assumed that it was Mr. Boh sleeping. Mr. Chai then left for dinner and returned later as he was worried about Mr. Boh. When he entered the room, he called out Mr. Boh's name to try and wake him up, but there was no response. He pulled the blanket away and saw a body of a woman in the bed. Mr. Chai immediately reached for his phone and called the police. On the 4th of April 2016, Mr. Boh Soon Ho was arrested by the Royal Malaysian Police and brought back to Singapore the next day. During the trial, Mr. Boh described in graphic detail the acts he carried out on Miss Zhang after strangling her. He said he did it out of curiosity because he had never seen her naked body before. On the 8th of February 2020, Boh Soon Ho was found guilty of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment. For other heinous crimes like this one, listen to Heinous, an Asian true crime podcast, now available on Spotify.
Dekat pukul 12 ni lah, makan dulu lah. Kerja apa? Tokai kasih sayang sama lu lah. Tokai kasih bonus lah. Waktu kerja kita kerja. Waktu makan mesti mau makan. Jangan terlalu lebih kerja. Tokai tak sayang lu tau lah. Makan dulu. Rehat. Jam 1 baru kerja. Faham tak faham? know I ain't no hoe. What up? Playing on my top, man.
There has been sightings of ghosts on rooftops at night. Focus on the red circle and comment what you see.
You